So when I first found out I got cancer, I was about 27 years old, and it was probably the most devastating news I had at first. When the doctor came to tell me, I immediately started crying. It was 2 days after my biopsy. It was so surreal that I was just like somebody that had no family history, that was only 27 years old, which is probably, I think, less than 1% of the population to get breast cancer. Got diagnosed, and I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer, which originally they thought I was at stage 0. That was my first time crying. Then I went to sleep that night. I woke up in the middle of the night to think that it was all a dream, and I began crying again. And it was just so much of, I can't believe this is happening to me. I'm healthy, I don't drink, I don't smoke, nothing like that. But after that, after I let myself sulk a little bit, I was ready to go. I was ready to get through with it. Let's get chemo done, let's get the surgery done, let's do all that stuff. So I elected to have a bilateral mastectomy, and then that was followed with 6 rounds of chemotherapy. My mom was there during the time I got diagnosed. My mom's a nurse, so she's just very much into my health. And I have a very big family here. So my mom came from a family of 9, and they're all here. So I've got about 32 cousins coming around. But it was very much an eye-opener for all of us to see how fragile life is and how to let go of things that just don't matter anymore. And I always tell people during this time what society deems beautiful as far as the color of your skin, because my skin actually got fairly dark when I was going through chemo. I lost my hair, I lost my eyelashes. I put on weight, surprisingly, during chemo. But I never felt so much more beautiful than I did at that point, because my support group always gave me to the point of, this is who you are and this is what you have to give to the world. And I felt like I was a testament to people that were just going through things, not even for cancer, but whether they were going through depression, going through a loss or anything like that, that if they saw somebody that could fight, that they would have hope. Babies were being born into my family. I just wanted to be that strength that some of my peers needed to see. It was very hard for my parents to watch a child go through something that they can't help. It's just, this is what they have to do. And there are times where I felt like I had to be strong for them. My mom's very emotional, she's just very emotional, and sometimes I'm just like, I'm okay, it's fine. I lived by myself during this time, and I was just so determined to get better in order for everybody to feel like I was, going to get through this. Not once during the time of my diagnosis and chemotherapy and my treatment did I ever feel like this was something that God had done to me because I deserved it, or that I was being punished for anything. I think there was a purpose for me to have it. I believe God let it happen to me. But that purpose, I see so much good in. My family no longer cares about the small things of, oh, somebody said something about us, or somebody's judging us for whatever it is. It really brought us all together and made us realize again how much we love each other and how much we need each other to be there for each other. Yeah, so one of the things that I think I struggled with, and that I tell a lot of my friends that have been diagnosed with cancer, is as strong as you want to be and as strong as you are, there are times that you're not going to be that strong, and it's okay. And that let the people around you help you. I think that's a very difficult thing to do, because a lot of people don't want their loved ones to see how sick they are, or how weak they feel, or how vulnerable they are. I think that that's what they're there for. They love you, they want to support you, and sometimes doing things for you is the only way they know how to do that. And so I think that in those situations, let them love you, let them support you. It'll make things a lot easier. Of course, I have no family history with breast cancer. We really don't have cancer in our family at all. I found the lump, and I did it through a monthly self-exam. I was sitting on the couch and my hand was already up like this, and so I was like, well, might as well while I'm on hold. And I found the lump, and at the time the doctor, being 26, 27 years old, the doctor's like, hey, don't worry about it. You know, it's probably the way your tissue is, you know, whatever. We waited a month to see if it was going to change. And then they did a diagnostic sonogram. And at that point, they still thought it was okay. So we pushed and pushed, and we said, you know what, just please make sure that it's nothing. Can you just do a biopsy? They did the biopsy, and 2 days later, I was diagnosed with cancer. The radiologist had already told me I was okay, that I didn't have to worry about anything. So she was very upset, as was a lot of the people in the office, upset that I was misdiagnosed. But they weren't going to see me till 6 months after that if I had decided that. And even at that, at 26, if they wouldn't have done anything, I'd be in my 40s waiting to get a mammogram. To me, if you have, especially if you have family history, but if you feel you have a lump and, you know, you're just not comfortable with it, there is no harm in getting it tested. I mean, and people that are over 40 and eligible for a mammogram, it is one of the most important things you can do just to save, you know, a lifetime of trying to get better. Before I got diagnosed with cancer, I was trying to do bodybuilding shows. I continued to try to do it, so I'm actually going on stage this October. I love life. I bought my house, and I am now about 7 years cancer-free, and really hope is the one thing that helped me beat cancer. So that's one thing that kept me going every day, and that's something that keeps going every day, and I hope to show that strength to people around me and my loved ones and everything. My name is Andrea Austria, and my hope beat cancer.